Hello guys, welcome to Target J Meet. Today again I came with some special questions on chemistry based on the topic transition elements. So my first question is nickel with atomic number 28 combines with a uni-negative monodentate ligand X minus to form a paramagnetic complex, that is NiX4 power minus 2. Then we have to find three things. First one is the number of unpaired electrons in the nickel. Number two, geometry of this complex ion. And number three, magnetic moment in Bohr magneton, that is mu b. For spin only. So having three questions and all are related to electronic configuration. You know the electronic configuration of nickel, so we can write it electronic of Ni with atomic number 28. Firstly we write in a simple way, then we write in terms of inert gases. So first one is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 3d8, 4s2, 4p0, like this. If you add, this becomes 28. 2 plus 2 4 plus 6 10, 10 plus 2 12 plus 6 18, plus 3 20 plus 8, like this. So here you can see the last electron comes in the d orbital. That's why this is called transition element. Okay. So now we can write in terms of inert gases. This is a T, means AR. AR 3d8 4s2 4p0, like this. Now once we write down the electronic configuration, we go to its orbitals so that we can find out how many unpaired electrons are there. So we can write it for nickel, for Ni is 3d orbital, 3d 1 2 3 4 5. So there are 8 electrons, means 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Now for 4s, having 2 electrons only and they are paired, so it is 4s, and in 4p there are no electrons. 4p. Now next step, if we write for Ni plus, it means these 2 electrons will remove, means now it's for Ni plus, this will be removed. Now next step, for it forms complex NiX4 this. So for NiX4 minus 2, d 4s 4p. We are having X atom, 4 atom, so one combines with this, one combines with this, one with this, and one with this. So combination of X with the orbitals of nickel is only this, means sp3. So for sp3 the geometry would be, geometry of the complex means क्या होगी, tetrahedron. Second part is answer of B, geometry would be tetrahedron. Now from here you can see number of unpaired electrons, number of unpaired electron is equal to 2. So answer for A is 2. Now come to the point C. Part C is magnetic momentum. Is equal to n under root n plus 2, that is mu b, where n is number of unpaired electrons. So write down the value. We know that n is equal to 2. So write the value. This is equal to under root of 2 plus 2 is equal to 2 into 4 is equal to 2 root 2. So part C, answer of part C is equal to mu b is equal to 2 root 2 m bm, Bohr magneton. This. So if you have the concept of electronic configuration and then you have the clear idea how to distribute the electrons in their orbitals and suborbitals, you can easily find out this. Now come to the next question. Next question. Correct order of magnetic momentum. Magnetic momentum spin only. Spin only values in Bohr magneton is Bm. Elements are Mn, Cl4 minus 2, FeCN6 minus 2 and COCl4 minus 2. Three complex compounds are there and we have to arrange them in the increasing or decreasing order of magnetic momentum. This one. So atomic number of this is 25, this is 26 and the magnetic momentum of this is 27. If you have clear idea about their electronic configuration, then you can easily find out the number of unpaired electrons and then you know the formula as per the previous question, you can easily solve it. So first step for Mn, electronic configuration is equal to argon 18 plus 3d5 4s2 or 4p0, like this. For Mn, this is Mn 25, 18 plus 2, 20 plus 5, 25. Now if we write its orbitals to distribute the electrons, this becomes like this: 3d 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are total 5 electrons. 4s, 4p, 4 electrons. For Mn plus plus plus, this remains same, and here from here electrons can be removed like this. Now we have to add 4 chlorines, so 1 can be added for NnCl4 minus. One Cl here, other Cl here, next Cl here, and next Cl here. Means number of unpaired electrons, number of unpaired electrons is equal to 5. For this case, number of unpaired electrons 5. Clear? From here you can say about this geometrical structure as well. sp3. Okay. For next, for iron, that is 26. Fe26 is equal to Ar18 3d6 4s2 4p0. So again, if we write directly it can be written as FeCN6 minus 2 is equal to, now this is 3d 4s, then 4p. Now in this case there are 6 electrons, 1 3 4 5 6. Now we have 6 CN, 1 CN, second CN, third CN, fourth CN. Now still we need 2 other places, so it means these electrons can be shifted here. Means it becomes like this and this becomes free, so that CN can combine here. So 2D, 1s and 3p, this becomes T2sp3 hybridization, D2sp3 hybridization. Now by this figure you can clearly say that there are no unpaired electrons. It means for here number of unpaired electron is equal to 0. Now come to the cobalt. Similar step from here you can directly find it out. So in this case, if we write it cobalt, that is 27, so it becomes 7. Now directly we can write its structure, COCl4 minus 2. It means 3D 4s 4p, like this. We are having only 4 Cl, so it is clear that 1 Cl here, 1 Cl here, 1 Cl here, 1 Cl here. Now here are 7 electrons, so the arrangement can be 1 2 3 4 5, then 6 7. Okay, it means number of unpaired electrons 3. Here 3, and if you come to the hybridization, that is sp3, means tetrahedral structure. So if you have clear picture, clear idea about electronic configuration and distribution of electron, in their orbitals, their substance. Very easy. It's very easy step that we could find out the answer. Now come to the magnetic moment. As we know that B magnetic moment is directly proportional to N, that is number of unpaired electrons. So this has 5 electrons and this has 2 electrons, 3 electrons. So order should be Mn Cl4 minus 2 is greater than CO Cl4 minus 2 is greater than FeCN6 minus 2. So correct order is like this. Now by this you can easily find out which is diamagnetic, which is paramagnetic, and if you have clear idea about diamagnetic and paramagnetic, you can find out that it's showing color or not showing color. So means this is basically based on the concept of complex compounds. So in complex compound you read all these things, so you should have clear pictures. So I given you few concepts, and if you have other questions, please don't hesitate to send me the details. I am always ready to help you guys out and always researching different questions for the prospectus of your IIT JEE and NEET career. So best of luck, all the best. Thank you guys. Have a nice day.